when you're helping people, it's very important to make sure you give them one call to action. A lot of times we want to change and help the world, but because we're giving people so many directives and telling them to go in so many different directions, it's hard for them to take an action. It's like a deer in headlights, and I don't know what to do or what direction to go in, or it brings up more questions than it does solutions. So give somebody a clear directive. Welcome, my name is Terrell Jones, and this is Makeover My Marketing, where we find high-level influencers, celebrities, and really people are known, and really just break down their marketing and advertising. And we say the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I give you praise where praises belong, and then I'll give you my opinion in terms of some things that you should change in terms of your marketing and advertising if it could be improved. And at the end, we really give you an assessment. We give you an assessment on, how effective we feel like this ad really is, or how much more powerful it could be. So that's what we're going to do at the end of this. So hope you're excited. So today we're looking at Alex Hormozi, makes over 100 million annual per year. I mean, he's just been lighting the game up, on fire, really just working with entrepreneurs and businesses, started up helping gym owners. And today we're going to be looking at some of his marketing and talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So welcome. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to go over to his page. Okay. All right, here we go. So this is for his gym launch product, and this is the ad that we're going to be reviewing today. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to blow this up to really get a good look at it, and then we'll just go ahead and break this down. Let's kind of put this over here. Perfect. All right. So what are we looking at, right? So this is an ad, and let's look at just some of the things that we feel like he could do better, worse, or etc. All right, so let's kind of look through, right? So he says, first of all, starting off, he says, gym owners, remember playing video games as a kid and getting stuck at a certain level, right? So first, let's stop right there because we break everything down, everything. So first thing is, I do like it. I like how he first points out gym owners. I think that's dope. I think the fact that when you're clear on who your niche audience is, that makes a big difference in terms of them paying attention. It's like somebody calling your name. When somebody calls your name, your neck is going to snap. If somebody just says, hey, or yo, you're not necessarily, they could be talking to you, but you're not necessarily going to be as attentive as somebody saying your specific name. So that's really what's great about gym owners here. Now, I think this is a good, I think it's a decent way. I mean, it kind of makes you think about something different. Obviously, because he's not necessarily pointing out a pain point. I mean, that would probably be a small adjustment that I'll potentially use, is that because he's not pointing out a pain point, it may not speak to somebody as relevant, even if they are a gym owner. Because if they're a gym owner, and maybe they've never played video games before, or never got stuck at a certain level, they're not necessarily going to resonate with it. If it would have been an example, since he's talking to gym owners in this, if it was an example that's more relevant towards a problem with gyms, then you would capture more of that attention. Does that make sense? So obviously he's using an analogy here, but if I was to make an adjustment on this ad, I would probably it's okay to use the example, but in terms of capturing the attention, I would have used something more relevant to gym owners, because obviously he's talking about them being stuck. So I would say, hey, something along the lines of gym owners, hey, are you stuck trying to figure out how to get to your next level of income and you're not sure what to do next, right? I could probably think of something better than that, but that's essentially what I would do. And then on the next line, I would say something like, it's just like video games. You remember when you play in that video game, you get stuck at a certain level. So now he already captured their attention, and then you give an example or an analogy based off of you already catching their attention from something relevant. Does that make sense? So that would be what I would do. Now, he put the link right here. Obviously, this is a link, but I don't like the link right here. I understand that you put the link early on to just, to get people to click, but I don't like the link early on right here because it doesn't really give me a reason to click it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a link. So especially the way that he got it written. So he got it written where getting stuck at a certain level and then there's a link. It's like it doesn't really make sense, right? It's like, well, why am I clicking on a link? Right? Maybe you'll capture, some of the people who really, really love you and they just want to click on something that you post. You'll get a very, 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 very small percentage of that. But majority of people, they're not going to be in that space. So you want to make it relevant. So what I would have done in something similar to this is, I would have said, if it was written the way it is, right? Because obviously I would have rewritten it the first line differently. But if it was rewritten the way it is, I would have said getting stuck at a certain level. I would have actually skipped. Or you know what? I would have added something different. I would have said something like, remember as you can't get stuck past a certain level. Well, if you would have had the technique to get past that level, if you would have had the proper techniques, you would have been able to get past you would have been able to pass that level. Well, here is the technique. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would have said something like that. That's maybe like a mini or a soft call to action. And then I would have brought that home. And then it would have made it more relevant to click on this link right here. So that's really key. All right, so let's go next. And then he says, no matter what you did, you couldn't get past that level. So it's almost like, man, it was a couple adjustments here, but all right, let's just keep going. I would have added some of this stuff up beforehand. So he said, no matter what you did, you couldn't get past that level. Okay, I get it. He's kind of agitating the challenge. Well, most gym owners are just like that. They get stuck at level 1, 2, or 3 with their gym. And that's why I'm going to give you my new 7 models cheat sheet. Now, to be real, I would have just straight removed this, straight remove that, let it go on for a couple lines, and then you get them with that. You know what I'm saying? That would have been better because you kind of built it up a little bit to where it was like, all right, now I need to click the link. You know what I mean? Because every time you give a call to action, you lose just a little bit of rapport. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like asking somebody for a sale. So you lose a little bit of rapport, and I don't think it was worth adding that additional link in there, to be real. All right, so and that's why I'm giving you my 7 money models cheat sheet. I love it. The 7 money models, I like how that's a catchy name. So anytime you can use something catchy in your marketing, I think that's super dope. And then also the cheat sheet side of it, I do like the fact that he said cheat sheet. I think that's pretty ill too. Usually when you use kind of catchy names like that, or if you have a catchy kind of, I think Alex Hormozi might use it as like a container. I usually kind of say like a format, which is, cheat sheet, worksheet, checklist, video, training, something tangible of how the content is going to be consumed. That's really important. All right, so that's where we're at with that. So let's keep it going. He says in this, and hold on. So he says, because no matter what, he said, if you stuck at scaling your gym at 100K per month, whether you're stuck at level 1, level 2, or level 3, because no matter where you're at right now, you can grow your gym. All you need is the exact systems and processes to break out of your current level and reach the next level with your gym. I know it's possible because we've helped thousands of gym owners reach the level with their gym. All right, I like it. We've helped thousands. That's good social proof and credibility. These are good, right? Because break out of your current level. So that's kind of aspirational. We've helped over 80 gym owners. That's authority and credibility, social proof, right? Other gym owners been helped too, right? So that's authority and credit and social proof. To $1 million, right? That's social proof. And then you could be next. That's why I want to give you a free copy of my new 7 money models cheat sheet, right? So I think that's a good thing. He said, do this now before you forget. Step one, click the link below to claim your free copy of the cheat sheet now. So that's good. So he's giving you a direct call to action, which I think is good. This is the part where I would have done this a little bit different. It says book a call on the next page so you can get all your questions answered. Leave your credit card at home. I like this. Makes you feel comfortable. This book a call on the next page. The reason why I'm not necessarily too crazy about that is because you're giving more than one call to action. When you give more than one call to action, people all of a sudden have questions about the next call to action. So although some people maybe they would have downloaded this to get the cheat sheet, but because now they're thinking about, am I ready for a call? Should I do a call? Is somebody going to reach out to me? And you'll have people who they want to get on the call, so they'll do it. But because you mentioned that in addition to the other call to action, they won't necessarily even do the first call to action. I don't even know if I should download this because I feel like I got to get on the call. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to really be key. And there's a lot of people that doesn't necessarily mean they can't use the help or they can't afford it or they don't want to do it. It's just a lot of limiting beliefs that they have. And because they have those limiting beliefs, that'll stop them. So it's much better to just give them one call to action, like say download the cheat sheet and then have a communication with them afterwards, maybe in your follow-up email sequence. Maybe if you're requiring a phone number, you might text or you might call. But you might have some type of follow-up where you can say, thank you for downloading the cheat sheet. Is there any questions that I can answer for you? And then that can lead into a conversation where you could potentially book a call with them. So that's really key. All right. But other than that, I mean, I like the ad. I mean, this pops. I like it. I like the way that it looks. It looks very engaging. Let's look at what they actually say.
That is how much our app.
$204,000.
That is how much our average gym lord adds in new revenue to their business after working with us for just a year. You know what the best part is? Is that you can grab all the systems that they use to scale right here.
And you can download it for free by clicking the link below.
I like it, right? I like it because let's go. Let's see if we can. I think it kind of took me out of this right for a second. So I like it.
$204,000.
All right, so I really like this because I just like the way that they did it. Not only how it looks, but I like that they have, this kind of draws your attention to it. So that's really key. Short, sweet, to the point, very engaging. It has cuts, zoom in, zooming out. Just have little emojis and little things happening on the screen. So I mean, I really like it. So other than that, other than some of the things that we mentioned, that is what I would conclude this with. So with that, what are we saying? What is the overall assessment? I mean, really just looking at this ad, I mean, overall, I think it's generally a solid ad, and I would give this ad about an 8. I'll give it a solid 8, which 8 is really good. So I'll give a solid 8 to the ad, just outside of maybe the call to action I think came too soon. Multiple call to actions, I think that's a challenge as well. But just in terms of the video, I think the video is great, short, sweet, to the point. I think it hit a lot of mental triggers and psychological factors. And I would just make those tweaks. All right. So that concludes this makeover my marketing. Just continue to just learn, right? Learn. Let me know what you think. Put comment below, all right? And just keep learning these advertising and marketing strategies that's going to take your business to the next level.